Welcome to the Oh Brother Podcast. I'm your host, Dan Smith. Alongside me, as always, my brother from the same mother, Mike Smith.
How's it going down?
Good, man. So quick, it's a live stream right now, but this is just a teaser for our next regular episode of the Oh Brother Podcast, which is going to be coming at you Monday night, 8 p.m. You got nothing else to do on a Monday night. You know, the work week has started. You're already sort of over it. You know, a lot of us just came off a spring break. So we're looking for some entertainment, something to kick back to. And what better than the Oh Brother Podcast?
And if you like video games, they don't start streaming till 9. So,
Yeah. So you stay
us a
here
bone.
and Mike, listen to Mike. He's a trusted companion and longtime sibling.
Companion.
Longtime sibling.
Yeah,
like there was a period of time when you weren't a sibling.
Yeah,
that's what I like
the
about
adoption.
that.
It's like the adoption
That's right.
took place.
Maybe we should start the stream over. What do you think? All right.
I don't care.
Anyways, so this is a quick tease to tomorrow's episode, which is join us live at 8 p.m. March 20th.
We'll be, chatting.
We'll be live. We'll be live. Yeah, we'll be there chatting. We'll be live on YouTube and Twitch. For those of you that like to catch your streaming through Twitch, we'll be live on Twitch as well. But that'll be Monday, which is tomorrow, March 20th at 8 p.m. Be there with the Oh Brother Podcast. So I titled this The Death of Disney. So, folks, hold on to your hats.
Wait, it's not me. I didn't title it.
No.
People are going to be like, oh, here goes Mike again.
No. I titled it on behalf of both of us.
Yes.
Without getting into it or giving anything away, we're basically going to be talking about kind of a nice, laid back civil conversation
Chit-chat
about the Disney Corporation. And look, you and I have been supporters of this company
since 86.
86. Is that when
That's when I moved to Florida.
And then you worked there for a brief period of time before you got fired for falling asleep under a tree outside the land pavilion.
No, that was something different.
That was always my memory of it.
Yeah,
that was always the twisted memory I had.
We were working at Disney, but we were working for some catering company, and there was nothing to do. So
Rexer, of course, we're live. This isn't Memorex. This is live.
It's going to be a nice quickie live.
Yeah, this is just a teaser for the episode that we're going to be throwing out there tomorrow. So, but Rexer Show, if you haven't come across the Rexer Show, make sure you check the Rexer Show out. We've been on the Rexer Show a few times.
Yeah, as long as you don't like Arcade 1-Up.
We got one of our most devoted. Well, I have to say, the most devoted listener of the podcast, Paul.
Got to be Paul
from the Rexer Show. We lifted him, indirectly from the Rexer Show. So we appreciate that, Rexer. If you could maybe send us, I don't know, 600-700 other supporters, might be nice. But what are you going to do? It's growth is slow sometimes here in the podcast world. But anyway, so the death of Disney. I'm glad we're doing this tomorrow because it's fresh, but this is something that's been building and building and building. And we should title it, maybe we'll title it Creatively Bankrupt is what we might call it.
Yeah, you can take off the comments. Like you don't have to keep the comment up there the whole time.
Do you know, folks, we might call it the death of the Oh Brother Podcast because I'm so sick and tired of your shit. And
hey, today,
you telling me how to do this or that or the other thing. Like, don't even get me started. Now, this is related to Disney. You and I on the phone earlier. I'm texting with you. I'm on the phone with Disney.
And I'm doing the same thing.
And I'm trying to get you. It's like you're a caveman sometimes.
No. You know what it was?
Where's the link you sent me? I sent it to you 3 times. Hold on. The link to customer service Disney. I send you the link like 3 times.
Okay.
I say right there is where you.
Okay. Do you want to know why it didn't work?
Here we go, folks.
Because I had Safari on, even on my computer. So I was opening it in Safari. And when I got on with Disney, because I called them, I said, screw this. Dan isn't going to send me a damn link that works. I'm going to call myself. And the woman says, are you on Google? And I said, no. I'm using Safari. So she said, go to Google. All of a sudden, a totally different link. So that's not on me. That's on Disney.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. You were using your phone.
Yeah, but the
you were
same
using
thing.
Your phone. No, it isn't.
I can use Google on my phone.
Things are not. No, that's not true, because the way websites are designed, right? They're not always mobile friendly. It's not always a mobile friendly version of the website.
But
large companies that know how to do it right, okay, it's a similar experience. But in this case, hold on. I was using Safari myself. That's the link I was sending you was from my Safari browser. So your whole argument about Safari is horseshit.
But you were saying click
not
on
hold
chat.
Up in court.
You were saying click on chat, and I kept sending you screenshots. There was no fucking chat. It wasn't there.
Wait. I don't have a dump button. I don't have.
We're
a dump
live.
button.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Cut that out, would you?
Sorry about that.
There's no Rexer. Is there a bleep here? I don't know how that works, but
yeah.
He's got all kinds of tools and tricks and things, I'm sure, to dump that, or he's on some 2-second delay or whatever. Fancy schmancy studio that he has. But so all right. So, anyways, this is just a taste. Now, here's the thing. Can we try? I don't think we can guarantee this, but we should be united in this conversation tomorrow night.
I agree.
Right? But I'm not sure, because look, we're already at each other's throat.
Well, that's because we were trying to communicate how to contact them.
Correct. I think we
and then the nightmare started. So we had a pre-nightmare, which is what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
And a post-nightmare, which we're going to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, he's right. Nobody's watching anyway, so fuck it. We can say whatever the hell we want. And
that's the best line. That's good. That's
funny. Just wait. You just wait till we hit 120 subscribers.
I didn't see Paul come up. Where's Paul?
Paul's not here.
Oh, I thought you said Paul was on.
I was talking about Paul just as a supportive. Well, how supportive is he? He's clearly. No, he got a notification that we were going live, and yet he intentionally chose not to join the live stream. Now, as soon as we go off air, we're going to get a comment from Paul. Were you guys live? I did. Yeah, he's home eating, mashed potatoes and whatever.
Well, this is what has to happen. You have to get us 3 subscribers for not being in this live chat.
Yeah, every time you miss the live stream, that's 3 new subs.
3 subs.
Or you're blocked. You're banned from all future interactions.
We'll report him.
Yeah, exactly.
Keeps throwing up pornography.
Whoa. Okay, let's.
All
right.
That's a kid's show.
That's just a joke, folks. I don't know what to say there, but I don't want to get sued or whatever. Okay, so all right, so there you go. We're going to be talking about Disney tomorrow. That's about and this little banter between the two of us could show how quickly things might get off the rails tomorrow night. So I can't wait to tell just this story that happened today, what occurred today.
And the redness in your face isn't from me.
No, and it's not sunburn or anything. I'm about as pasty,
angry.
Yes.
He's an angry young man.
I don't have the Italian olive skin like I should have, but there you go. All right, folks, listen. Well, I say folks, but I should just say Rexer will be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. live. Join us on YouTube or Twitch or wherever you find your live streams. But we'll be live streaming on YouTube and Twitch tomorrow night. So anything else, Mike, to add before we
I was going to talk about the Boston Strangler, but you don't want me to. We did a first look, and I wanted to do a follow-up.
You know what? Get it out of your system. Right. And I'll tell you what, I'll be back in a few minutes.
It'll be quick because he's looking forward to it.
Come on, Boston Strangler. Well, before I strangle myself.
Okay, when we watched the first look, what did I say? Do you remember?
No.
I talked about how I didn't hear the accent. I heard the accent in all the surrounding cast.
Oh, you didn't hear it in the main characters, right?
The main characters. Everyone else was, I don't want to get fired from this job. I need this job with the paper. I can't get fired from the paper.
That's horrible,
what people sound.
For someone who's from there, that's bad.
No, that's how I get fired from the paper.
Just relax the tongue and it'll come out. Trust me.
I get fired from the paper. That's all they say. I don't know who these people are.
Go to hurry up so you can go to Star Market and get you groceries.
The Star Market is close.
Star Market or Purity. Go to Purity.
Is Purity 24 hours?
Yeah, or go to Jordan Marsh. Go to Jordan's Furniture.
See, you can't do it anymore.
I can do it. I'm doing it.
I've been away 25 years more than
you,
that.
I can't do it. Boom. Boom. F-bombs galore.
I came back from California after being away for almost 30 years, right? Everyone said, "Hey, you got an accent." I said, "No, you got an accent." This was supposed to be
a teaser for tomorrow, not a full-length episode. Hurry up.
Well, The Boston Strangler, I watched it last night. It's on Hulu. And I didn't think it was coming out quite yet. But it did bother me. I'm sure this wouldn't bother most people, the accent, but it did bother me. They didn't take Carrie Coon, who's the other lead?
Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley and Chris Cooper didn't even attempt. And they're surrounded with people talking different than them.
Right. But there's so many transplants up there now. It's
but see,
but you're right. This is a period piece. It goes back to the 60s. So
and it's done by Ridley Scott.
Well, but okay. Here's a point for you. An argument is the chef. What's her name? I watched the series that's on. It's coming back, season 2. The French chef, Julia Child. Julia Child was from there. You'd think, where do you think, would you ever guess in a million years she was from New England?
Yeah, she probably went to a speech coach.
Go ahead, carry on with this riveting review of Boston Strangler.
It turns out, who is the Boston Strangler?
Supposedly it was Anthony DeSalvo.
And it wasn't. And that's what the movie really explores.
Mike, giving it away. Good way to ruin the film.
Well, that doesn't ruin it because it doesn't say.
Look at you ruining it.
No, he did. His DNA was linked to the final killing in Boston, which was 1964.
Right. And there were 13 total murders, right?
13 murders in Boston. But there was a whole bunch of murders in Michigan.
Yeah.
So they find out that these 3 dudes that spent time together in jail planned this all out. F. Lee Bailey talked them into writing a book about being the Boston Strangler, and they were all going to get big cash. Well, guess who got big cash? F. Lee Bailey. I hope that fucker is dead because he is the worst attorney I've ever seen in a courtroom.
Okay,
anyway,
hurry up before you murder the podcast.
So the directing was excellent. The piece setting, the cars from 1960 to 65, all up and down the street. I don't know how they do that. You know, when they set a street up and it's all, they can do it digitally now.
Well, they could, sure, yeah.
But I think these were real cars because, you know, people were driving them.
Right.
But my overall, I was really like upset.
Did you see your Blazer there? With your current car?
Yeah, I know.
That's
I
from
noticed.
The 60s.
I went by. But there was neighborhoods that, you know, I've been in. So
neighborhoods, you mean?
Neighborhoods.
Yeah. See,
but I could, you know, every line I was like, oh, it's so easy to just slip into it. And
all right, folks. So you heard it here. If you're looking for authenticity of Boston accents, don't watch The Boston Strangler. Tune into Ben Affleck starring in The Town.
Not Carrie Coon, but Keira Knightley went to BU. She grew up in Boston, went to BU, her character. Why is she speaking like she's from California?
Okay, well, maybe this is why. Does it ever state, or well, I guess you could find out because they're real people. You could look up their bios.
Yeah,
but
they show it at the end.
But where were they born? Are they from there?
Yes. Okay. And they show at the end.
Right. It's such a minor point, though. I don't think anybody but you cares about this. I think.
Yeah, you're right. Because people that live in Boston don't know they speak differently.
I am so hungry. I have not had dinner yet. Are you almost done?
Yeah, I'm almost done. if you would have shut up, this would have been 2 minutes.
I've been sitting here listening.
No, you've been ragging on me the whole time.
Okay. What else you got?
But so anyway, the final paper, it was before the Herald and the Globe. Before those papers.
There's no R's.
Yeah, before those papers existed, That was pretty good. Before those accent is critical. See,
come on, go.
Before those papers, there was this like American Eagle or Eagle American. That was the paper. The final copy of the Boston Strangler said Boston Stranglers, and it told how the police were really incompetent. And that's what the focus of the film is, almost as much as catching the Boston Strangler. So I think it's worth a watch.
Okay.
Especially if you got Hulu. If you got Hulu, you should watch it.
That's an Oh Brother Look Back with Mike Smith, folks. It's a new segment on the Oh Brother podcast. It's called Look Back with Mike Smith.
The last look. Well, I'll never talk about it again. The last look.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Well, thanks for hijacking the whole point of this.
If you would shut up.
Stop. See, now you're going rogue with the F-bombs. Don't make this some blue show.
Did I say an F-bomb?
You did earlier.
I was about to say,
Andrew, can we get we need a counter every F-bomb?
I'm about to say further instead. I don't know what you thought I was going to say.
Fudge.
But, yeah. The cast was great, but they should have made an attempt. They should have made an attempt.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you should analyze that a little bit more and find out why they made that decision not to.
They won't.
Why was it just the surrounding cast? I mean, it isn't like major Hollywood stars haven't portrayed that accent before. So
and they're all around these people that are. I'm tired. I'm so tired today. I'm so tired, Muriel.
Well,
it's
what's
Monday.
Interesting?
It's Monday.
Here's an interesting. Tired. Okay, here's how we're going to close this out with a little rant from Dan Smith of the Oh Brother podcast, which is it's funny that you're making this argument because, and you know where I'm going with this, which is when I first moved to Florida, what was like probably within 48 hours of me being there, what was the first direction that you gave me? You said you've got to lose that accent, and you said, dude, you got to go interview for jobs. People are gonna think you're a moron. You sound like an idiot. Like you've got to lose that accent. So you had me like, over enunciating and really pronouncing my R's and all of this to the point where people can't. It's now sort of just in my DNA almost where it's second nature. The accent comes out when I get really animated.
When you get tired.
Well, when I come home and I'm hanging out with my family or friends, right? It's like that always happens.
Yeah.
So it's just, I find it ironic that you're now making an argument that, well, this movie would have been better if they had their authentic accents.
But see,
I want my authentic accent back.
Do you know where I learned that I had an accent? Before I moved to Florida, I went to broadcasting school before I went to college.
CBS, folks.
CBS. And
not the CBS you're thinking of.
The Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Yeah.
You have to lose the accent. Might as well have an accent from Lee. Yeah, it's true.
I disagree.
I know. I totally agree with it.
I wish I still had it.
Here's how I found out how bad it was. Me and my friend who moved to Florida.
This has now become a legit full episode. You realize?
Yeah. Well, me and my
teaser.
I know it was supposed to be really quick.
Yeah. Hurry up.
But me and my friend moved to Florida. The first day we get there, we decide to go to Taco Bell, and we go in, and I say to the woman, "I'd like a large Pepsi," and she was like, "What?" And I said, "I want a large Pepsi." And why am I close up here? I don't want to be a close up.
Go ahead.
No, bring yourself back in this.
Go ahead.
So I tell her I want a lot, and she's like, "We don't have that." And I said, "You don't have, it says large right up there." Hear your old accent.
See, you're terrible at this.
Why?
You're in the middle of a sentence and you're like squirrel.
Well, I got distracted.
Exactly.
I know. I should have let you
talking.
I know. I should have let you read
Jesus.
It. But that's I turned to my friend who we called Slick, and I said, "Slick, what's going on here?" And Slick says, "Yeah, we want 2 large Pepsis." And they brought the whole crew out from out back and like, listen to this, listen to these two. They're laughing their asses off at us. Hey, Paul, good to see you, man. We were just talking about you. So make sure you
See
rewind.
what you just had a thought and then you rambled and now you're talking about Paul.
I was finished with the story.
No, you weren't.
They brought all these people out from behind. Hey, listen to this. Come on, listen to these guys, what they want. And I said, Lodge Pepsi, what's so tough about that?
I'm completely. Well, we did a little rant about, not a rant, but we did it almost turned into a dedication, probably be a single tribute episode to our father. That came out of the
Our Father?
Our Father, yeah. Who art in heaven. Let's go. Let's do the Lord's Prayer, the Lord's Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer.
But we did
Boston Strangler.
He always used to order his coffee. Do you remember how he ordered his coffee? He would tell me to go across the street,
Lodge Regular.
Get a Lodge Regular. And they know what that is up there.
Yeah, you don't. Right? They don't look at you with three heads.
It's a large coffee with cream and sugar.
But if you go right now to Starbucks and order a Lodge something, they're going to be like, "What?"
Yeah, Lodge Regular.
Lodge Regular.
But now, thanks to Mike, for the last 30 years, I've learned to pronounce it correctly as Large Regular, please.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Listen, I'd love to sit here and talk to my sibling all night long, but it's already been 22 minutes.
And this was supposed to be like a 5 minute.
Yeah, this was supposed to be like, hey, join us tomorrow night when we're talking about Disney. And look, now we've got South Philly. See, Wooter instead of water. Down here, they say
water. Water.
No. What is it in Florida?
In Florida.
Yeah, what is it in Florida? Well, they say pop. They don't.
We could get into the regional.
Yeah, there's a whole
like shopping carts here are called carriages.
The South Philly, that accent is very distinct and really hard to emulate. I think Kevgret, can you think of a movie with someone who attempted to do that, and whether it was good or not? I'm trying to think of somebody that might have, but that's a tough one.
But see, Boston isn't tough. That's unless you do like a Kennedy, which is stupid.
Well, right.
Nobody.
That's what it is. Rexer nailed it. It's Warsh. That's it. It's put it in the Warsh. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I don't remember. Well, Dunkin' Donuts, of course, it's just Dunkin'. We're going to Dunkin'. That's that one's
on
easy.
On Sunday, or maybe Monday.
Well, that's East Boston.
Okay.
If that's East Boston, what you're talking about.
In the Kennedy accent, that's...
We choose to go to the moon.
Yeah,
we choose to go to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Yeah. That's a whole
They just started...
The Kenny Bunkport and, the whole...
They just started doing online gambling.
Mm-hmm.
And who did they get? Lenny Clark. Who's a comedian.
Lenny Clark, yeah.
Lenny Clark.
Yeah,
and he's coming down the escalator and he's like, you could put a wicked super parlay, a wicked awesome parlay.
There's a good one. If you go, if you're ever up in New England and you're ever up in that neck of the woods, go find a place called Bill and Bob's.
Right. No, there's
only
yourself.
One. Yeah, there's only one. If you are drunk and you're coming home from a club at 2 a.m, there's no finer establishment to get. How do you order it, Mike? It would be a super beef.
Yeah.
Get a super beef with special sauce. And those of you from that area know what I'm talking about. It is.
And that's a very select area.
Yeah, that's a really good. It's a really good, disgusting place.
But that's it.
You
Lenny
spent
Clark,
many a night there.
To finish that story, Lenny Clark comes down the escalator and he goes, it's going to be a wicked awesome parlay. Yeah. And all of a sudden, Big Poppy is standing at the bottom of the escalator and he meets him. Mm-hmm. And Poppy goes, nah, And he goes, well, that's how they talk, David. I hate them.
That's funny.
Funny.
Remember that commercial that came out? Was it for the Super Bowl not last year? Not this Super Bowl, but last year, with Chris Evans and Big Poppy was in it, and Rachel Dratch was in it. All these people, and Krasinski. If you haven't seen this, look it up on YouTube. It is hilarious.
It's really
and there's
funny.
some very subtle things that they do with the accent and words they say that, like, literally, unless you're from there, you wouldn't even get it.
What were you? That was reference to an ad, but on SNL, remember they did the sketch with Fallon and Rachel Dratch and Conan O'Brien, and nobody understood why it was funny.
Right, and that's when they did the nicknames like Sully and Murph
Sully and
Skipper, and I'm like, Skipper. I have friends named Sully and Skipper.
Anyone named Sullivan is Sully.
Yes,
it's just part of it.
Yeah.
And
Smitty,
I got Smitty, which I hated.
I didn't mind Smitty so much.
People used to do it just to bug me.
You've been called worse, trust me.
Oh yeah, I know, by you, especially.
Yeah, wow,
on this podcast.
So yeah, just about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So listen, we got to jump off because it's 8:30 and I haven't.
We'll be on in another few minutes.
I haven't even eaten yet. All right, guys. Well, look, we got the whole Rexer Show clan in the chat here, which is just pretty phenomenal. So appreciate you guys jumping in. Hope that some of you, if not all of you, will be live again tomorrow, 8:00 on YouTube and Twitch, depending on what your preference is there. But Death of Disney tomorrow. That's right, Kev Gret. It's strap yourself in.
I know
this one could get.
Paul thinks that's my episode. I guarantee.
This could get ugly. No. This, I might outrank you here when we get into it.
I think you might.
We have just a chunk, again, from today,
right? That
we could go 2 hours on.
Yeah, we went 2 hours.
The whole history of it.
We went 2 hours last time. I don't think everyone looked at it. All right, Rex, we'll see.
We're doing it because we love it, folks.
We love it. It's fun.
We love you.
It's a ball.
Oh, Disney, we're going to make an argument, Kev Grit, that they died long before that transaction ever took place. But all right, we'll see you tomorrow, folks. Thanks for joining us. That's been another, I don't know what this is, the Old Brother podcast. But
all right, Paul's going to like tomorrow.
Monday night, 8 p.m. live. We'll see you then, folks.